Hello children and welcome back to the class. Hope all of you are fine and healthy, staying at home. I hope you have gone through the previous videos and you are preparing your notes accordingly. In the previous video, we had discussed on the estimations of numbers and even the estimation of sum, difference, product, etc. I hope you are understanding everything and following it very well. If you have any doubts, you can always come back to me in the group. So today we will continue with our chapter. We are almost at the end of the chapter. We have two more small concepts that we have to learn. So both of them I shall try to do it today. So the first one is the use of brackets, or sometimes we call it the braces. So we'll see how and when these brackets are required, and also we will see when these brackets are there, how our operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. is done. So to start with, I have a small video for you which will introduce the use of brackets. So we'll go and see that first. So for which I have to share my screen. I'm just sharing my screen. So let me share my screen with you. I hope you're seeing my screen. Now I'm going to play this video. Please watch it carefully.
Now, we shall know about the usage of braces. Once Venkat asked his daughters Shruti, Joshna and Vani to buy apples from a shop. So Shruti bought 5 apples, Joshna bought 9 apples and Vani bought 6 apples for the same cost, that is rupees 10. Then Venkat asked his daughters what is the total amount paid by them. The calculation of these 3 daughters is shown on screen. From the above calculations, we observe that 2 of his daughters got the same result, but the calculation they have done is different, and the third daughter has done the calculation in a completely different way. To avoid such confusion, we use brackets. In such cases, we need to put brackets for the total number of apples, and then finally, we need to multiply it with 10 as shown on screen. From this, we conclude that brackets help in simplifying an expression that has more than one mathematical operation. If an expression that includes the brackets is given, then perform the operation inside the bracket and change everything into a single number. Then carry out the operation that lies outside the bracket. Here we are going to see how to expand the numbers within the braces. The use of brackets allows us to follow a certain procedure to expand the brackets systematically. Here to multiply the numbers 12 and 108 in a simpler way, we use braces. That is, initially, we write the number 12 as 10 plus 2 within a bracket and similarly write 108 within the braces as 100 plus 8. Now using distributive law, let us remove the bracket for the second pair of numbers as shown. By further solving, we get as shown. Similarly, to multiply 18 and 9, we do as follows. Now write number 18 as 10 plus 8 within the braces and multiply it with 9. To remove braces for 10 plus 8, let us multiply each term with 9 using distributive law. By further solving, we get as shown on screen.
Okay, that was a small video showing you how you can use brackets to do certain operations and how you can open up the brackets. There are certain rules that you have to follow to open up the brackets. So we'll take up a few more examples and try to understand how brackets are expanded. So I will get back to the board to explain to you as how an expanding of brackets work. So we will go back and see how the use of brackets is making our job easier. So there was an example in that video of 3 girls going and buying apples. So there were 3 girls who were buying the apples as 9, 5 and 8 men. These were the apples purchased by these three girls. And the father is asking what is the total that you have, amount that you have spent to buy these apples. So each apple is going to cost rupees 10. So when each apple is costing rupees 10 and these three girls go and buy 9, 5 and 8 apples, then the father is asking how will you total this. So because the number of apples is something which is to be done first. We should know how many apples to purchase together so that you can multiply that with 10 to get the total cost. So this is where the brackets are very, very important. That is, you add 9 plus 5 plus 8 and this is to be multiplied with 10. This is the easiest way in which you can do it. Otherwise, each one of them has to multiply the cost. The first girl will tell I brought 9 apples, so I had to pay 90 rupees. The second girl says she bought 5 apples, so she needs 50 rupees. The third one says she has brought 8 apples, so she has to pay 80 rupees. Now, if that is the case, you can add all these three to get the result. So when you add 9 plus 5, 14 plus 8, 20. Okay, now instead if you add all the apples first, you get 9 plus 5, 14. 14 plus 8 is 22 into 10. This is much easier because it is a multiplication by 10 only once. Here 3 times you are multiplying and then adding. Both of them mean the same. But this is where the brackets will help us to make our job easier. That means whenever brackets are introduced, it means what is inside the bracket will be simplified first. And then you will proceed to the second operation. So here addition is within the brackets. So you finish the addition and then multiply the sum with the 10. So this is how you do it when the brackets are introduced. Actually, this is the use of brackets because it allows you to do only 2 operations. You sum up all the apples and then multiply it with 10. So that was the use of brackets. Now, when I have brackets in certain problems, how do I expand that problem? So that's what we are going to see next. That is expanding of brackets. So we'll take up a few examples and try them. This you can write it down in a notebook so that you know how you have to do expanding of brackets. So expanding brackets. I'll take up one problem. I have 7 into 109. So this is a problem where you can use the bracket to make your calculation simpler. This directly you can multiply also. But I'll show you another way in which you can do it faster and in a simpler way. Now this 3-digit number which is 109 can be seen as 100 plus 9. Correct? It is seen as 100 plus 9. Now what you see as 100 plus 9 will be now distributed over the multiplication. We have come across the distributive law in your lower classes also. So you will see this as 7 multiplied with 100 plus 9, which means you are expanding this bracket. Now it will be 7 multiplied with 100 and then 7 will be multiplied with 9 also. So you are distributing this multiplication over addition. So first you will multiply 7 into 100. Then you will multiply 7 into 9. And these two products will be added further. So this is what you mean by expanding the bracket. If there is a bracket, we have told you must do the operation inside the bracket first and then multiply. But when a bracket is given, that is you have a bracket introduced in a problem, how to expand this what I am trying to tell you. So this will become 700 plus 9 sevens is 63. So that will make the result as 763. So this is how a bracket is expanded. We'll take one more example where you have two 3-digit numbers which are multiplied together. So here also bracket is going to help me. I'm going to introduce the brackets and also expand it. So 102, like our previous problem. How can I split 102? It is split as 100 plus 2. And the second number again is split as 100 plus 3. So now what is that I have to do? I have to expand the bracket. Now because there are two brackets, we are going to expand one over another. So this x plus 2 is multiplied with 100 first, then the x plus 2 will be multiplied with. Again the multiplication is distributed over addition. The addition is 100 plus 3. This is the first addition which is distributed over the second addition that we have. So it will be 100 plus 2 which will be multiplied with 100, and then this 100 plus 2 again will be multiplied with 3. You understand how the bracket is expanded? So 100 plus 2 multiplied with 100 and then 100 plus 2 multiplied with 3. Next, again, now you have reduced it into two more brackets with some multiplication. So this bracket has to be expanded, means again the multiplication of 100 is distributed over addition. Here multiplication of 3 is distributed over the addition. So it will be 100 into 100 plus 100 into 2 plus, again this 3 is distributed with 100 plus 2 and then it is 2 plus 2 into 3. So 100 multiplied is distributed over 100 plus 2. Here the multiplication is distributed over this addition. So now the result is very easy. 100 into 100 it will be a 10,000 plus a 200 plus a 300 plus 6. So it is a 10,506. So this is how you get the product very easily, by using the brackets and expanding the brackets according to the rules. Now we will take one more before we move on to the next topic. So we will take up the third one. I want you to write this in the notebook and keep it ready so that you know how to expand the brackets. So the third one is a 2-digit number multiplied with a 3-digit number. Now here also you can split both 17 and 109 as numbers with tens or hundreds. So this will be 10 plus 7 because it's a 2-digit number, and this is a 3-digit number, so we'll see it as 100 plus 9. Now again, because there are two brackets, this addition will be distributed over the second addition. So this is multiplied with this and again with this. So it will be 10 plus 7 multiplied with 100 plus again 10 plus 7 will be multiplied with 9. So this is how you distribute it. Now after that distribution is over, again you have two brackets where the multiplication is distributed over addition. Here the addition is distributed over another addition over multiplication. So this multiplication is distributed over addition. Right? Here also the multiplication is distributed over addition. But the multiplication itself is a sum. Alright. So now it will be 10 into 100 plus 7 into 100 plus 10 into 9 plus a 7 into 9. Alright. So now you can go and simplify this. So what happens? 10 into 100 will be 1000 plus a 700 plus a 90 plus 63. So that amounts to 1853. This 90 plus 63 will be a 153. Then you have a 1700. So 1700 plus 153, 1853. So this is how you're going to use the brackets and also follow these steps to see that you are able to expand the bracket. So that was the use of brackets that we have seen. Now we have the last part of the chapter, which is introducing you to another system of writing numbers, which is very interesting. So to do that again, I'm going to take you through a small video, which you will watch, and we will get back after that for further discussion. It is a slightly lengthy video, so you have to watch it carefully. So let us go and share the screen. So I'm about to share the screen. I'll continue with the video.
Let us see how the numbers are represented in the Roman system. Today, most often we use numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in both Indian and international system for writing the numbers. In the earlier days, the number system was based on certain letters which are given values and are used as numerals. There are 7 symbols used in this system. Each symbol has its corresponding value as shown. I represents 1, V stands for 5, X means 10, L is used for 50, C marks 100, D indicates 500, and M is 1000. All numbers in Roman times would have been written out using these symbols. For example, 17 would have been written as 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to XVII. The Roman numerals for the numbers 1 to 15 are shown on the screen. For the number 0, there is no symbol in Roman numerals. The Roman numerals are used in some clocks. The usage of Hindu-Arabic numerals came into existence for the following reasons. As multiplication, division, and other complex operations were difficult to perform on Roman numerals. It is also a time-consuming process for the larger numbers. Let us list out the rules for the numeral system. The rules for the numeral system are as follows. If a symbol is repeated, its value is added as many times as it occurs. For example, if the letter I is repeated thrice, then its value is 3. A symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. The symbol V, L, and D are never repeated. If a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of greater value, then its value gets added to the symbol of greater value. For example, in case of xi, I is written to the right of x. It means that 1 should be added to 10, hence its value is 11. If a symbol of smaller value is written to the left of a symbol of greater value, then its value is subtracted from the symbol of greater value. For example, in case of IV, I is written to the left of V. It means that 1 should be subtracted from 5, hence its value is 4. The symbols V, L, and D are never written to the left of a symbol of greater value. So V, L, and D are never subtracted. For example, we write 12 as XII and not IIX. The symbol I can be subtracted from V and X only. For example, the value of IV is 4 and the value of IX is 9. The symbol X can be subtracted from L, M, and C only. For example, X is subtracted from L to get 40, which is represented by XL. Do not put the bars above the Roman numerals unnecessarily. For example, to represent 7, write it as VII. If bar is placed on it, its value increases to 1000 times of the numeral's values, that is, VII bar equal to 7000. Let us solve some examples on Roman numerals. Write the following numbers in the form of Roman numerals. Let us start with number 80. We can express 80 as 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. As we expressed 80 in terms of addition of numbers, we write the greater number left side, that is LXXX. In the next number 90, we can express 90 as 100 minus 10. As we expressed 100 in terms of subtraction of numbers, we write the greater number to the right side, that is XC. Initially, let us consider MDLI. We have M equal to 1000, D equal to 500, L equal to 50 and I equal to 1. As the letters are arranged in descending order, so we add all the Roman values, that is 1000 plus 500 plus 50 plus 1, which is equal to 1551. In the next Roman numeral CLIX, we have C equal to 100, L equal to 50, I equal to 1, and X equal to 10. Here the first two letters are arranged in descending order. So we add them as X is greater than I. So we subtract I from X, that is 100 plus 50 plus 10 minus 1, which is equal to 159.
I hope you understand the rules of the Roman numerals. It's very interesting set of rules which we have to follow. So I think I will take you through another few examples of writing the Roman numerals, and I will leave you with a task for this weekend. That is, you will prepare a chart. You take a white sheet of paper and write all the Roman numerals from 1 till 50 at least. Try writing them. But when you write these numerals, you must be very careful to follow all the rules that were stated. So all the rules that were stated in the video, please write it down in your classwork and follow them properly. Because once the rules are not followed, then we are not making the Roman numerals at all. So this set of Roman numerals, this is used for representing numbers in the ancient period, is allowed only because of these rules. And because there are so many limitations for these Roman numerals, they have certain set of rules that we have to follow, and the same set of rules do not hold good for larger numbers, and representing very big numbers using this Roman numerals is very difficult. So that's why it is not in practice now, but it is something that you have to know to represent a given number as Roman numerals. The rules, I think I shall repeat once again. Maybe I'll go back to the blackboard to explain it to you, and we will discuss a few more examples. With that, I will allow you to write down all the numbers from 1 to 50 in the Roman numerals. How to do it also I will show it to you. Right, so let me go back to the. So as it was already introduced to you, there are 7 symbols to represent the Roman numerals. These are the 7 symbols that you have to remember. So 1 is represented as capital I. Then 5 in the Hindu Arabic. This is the Hindu Arabic numbers. We call them the Hindu Arabic, which we are using now. This is in practice. And these are the Roman counterparts. These are the Roman. Alright. So when I say 1 in the Hindu Arabic, it is represented as I. Usually we write it like this. But because that bars are not allowed, we show it as capital I like this. A certain vertical line. Then the second one is 5, which is represented as V, capital V. 10 represented as capital X, 50 represented as capital L, 100 as capital C, 500 as capital D, and 1000 as capital M. So the rules that we have to follow in these Roman numerals are as follows. No symbol will be repeated more than 3 times. The maximum number of times you can repeat a symbol is only 3 times. And if a symbol is written on the left side, that is when you have 2 symbols written adjacent to one another, the greater numeral will be on the left side, and the smaller one on the right side means the smaller numeral will get added to the greater symbol. Like if I write X, which represents 10, and if I put the smaller ones here on the right side, on the right side of 10 I have 1, 2, 3. So when I put a smaller symbol on the right side of the larger symbol, this is addition. This will be 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So it represents 30. The same symbol, suppose I have X and I have 1 written on the left side of X. That means this will be read as 10 minus 1. If the smaller symbol is put on the left side of the larger symbol, it is subtraction. So this number will be read as 9. So these are the rules that you have to follow, which was already shown in the video. Then there are two more limitations. That is, the symbols V, L and D are never written on the left side of a greater value. This you must remember. It is never written on the left side, so it will never be subtracted. Okay, 3 times it is not repeated. And this three symbols you have to be very careful about. That is the V, L and the D. V, L, N and the D. They will not be repeated at all. These are symbols which will not at all be repeated. And they will not be written on the left side also, because they are not going to be subtracted. These three symbols will never be subtracted and they will not be repeated also. This is another rule that you have to remember. So keeping this in mind, now we will try to write all the Roman numerals starting from 1 till 50. So I will start this process. You should be able to complete this table using all the rules that were stated so far. So please remember the rules. I am not repeating them again here. It's there in the video. No symbol can be repeated more than 3 times. The symbol X, L and D will never be repeated. When a smaller symbol is written on the right side of the larger symbol, it means it is addition. When the smaller symbol is written on the left side of the larger symbol, it means it is subtraction. And also you should remember the symbols V, L and D are never written on the left side because they will never be subtracted. So these rules, when you remember, you will be able to make any Roman numeral for the given into Arabic till 1000. So now we are not going to go till such big numbers. We will just try writing it like this. So this is exactly what I want you to do. Take a white sheet of paper and try writing all the Roman numerals starting from 1 till 50. So you will have the equivalents here. If you write 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10, you can write in this first column. Then you will start with 11, 12, you will go on till 20. So here it will be 30, 21 to 30. Then it will be 31 to 40. Then it will be 41 to 50. So this in the Indo-Arabic will be the Roman like this. 2 will be like this. 3 will be like this. Like that you will go. 4 will be 5 minus 1. 5 on the right side and 1 on the left side. So when you have a smaller symbol on the left side of the larger symbol, it is subtraction. So this is 4. Then your 5 will be V. So like this you will go on till 10. Similarly, you will write the 11 as 10 plus 1 on the right side. 10 plus 1 plus 1. 12. 13. 10 plus 1 plus 1. Can I write 14 like this? Why this is not 14? When I write 14, can I represent it as x, 11, 12, 13, 14? This is wrong. Why that is wrong? Because you are repeating the symbol 1 4 times, which is wrong. So 14 will be written as x. This is 5. When you subtract 1 from 5, it will become 4. So this is 10 and 4. That is 10 plus 5 minus 1. 10 plus 5, 15 minus 1 is 14. Alright, how will you write 19? 19 will be the 20 minus 1, is it? No, it is not like this. You will have to find out how 19 is to be written. 19 will be written like this. 10 and 9. This is 10 plus 9. You will see it as 10 plus 10 minus 1. So this is 10 plus the 9. So this will be 19, not this. Don't tell this is 10 minus 9. Because you are subtracting two symbols, which is not allowed. This is 10 and this is 9. From 10 there is 1 subtracted. So this is 9 and this is 10. So 10 and 9 together has become 90. So like this you will come across very interesting things when you start writing numbers from 1 to 50 at least. Try it. I don't want to break or reduce your curiosity. Only remember that you have to follow all the rules while writing these Roman numerals. So it is very exciting. Please try all the numbers starting from 1 till 50, keeping the rules in mind. All right. So let me see if you have finished. You can take a snap of that and put it in the group. All right. So that I also understand that many of you were able to complete. If you have any doubts, you can always discuss with me. Otherwise, I think if you see the video 2-3 times, you will understand how the rules are to be followed and how to write the Roman numerals. You may go wrong initially, don't worry. Just see that you are applying the rules properly with the correct symbols put in the correct place. Alright, so we will stop here. Maybe we will meet next week again with another chapter which we can discuss. Maybe let me see if I have to meet you on Tuesday or I send you a recording. So bye from here. Stay safe, stay healthy and complete your work also. Bye.